And welcome back to more Splatoon 2. Last time we finished up our look at the single player campaign, and this time we're going to take a break from the action and look around Inkopolis. So you might notice I'm level 38, so this is my main file, not my Let's Play file, because I have a lot more unlocked in this file, so it's a better way to show off everything. First of all, if we come back here, you actually have an amiibo box. Apparently, if you can actually clip the camera out of bounds, it actually is very close to an actual amiibo box, which is pretty cool. But let's take a look at how this works. So the Joy-Con reader on the Joy-Con is in the right control stick. So if we tap to the right control stick, the amiibo appears. I only have the Splatoon 1 3-pack, not the Splatoon 2 3-pack, so we have to test it out with this. Hey, how's life? So you have two different options to take photos, but you also get gear from them. It is reflective of their gear from the first game for the initial 3-pack. So you get the school outfit from the Inkling Girl, you get the samurai outfit from the Inkling Boy, and you get the power armor from the Inkling Squid. So Splatoon 2, the Inkling Girl gives you a different set of school clothes. You get a ninja outfit from the Boy amiibo, and you get a second power armor from the Inkling Squid in the 3-pack. Obviously, no one knows about the Octolink 3-pack yet, so no one knows because that's coming out in December. Now, there are also two sets of special amiibo as well, Callie and Marie, and Off the Hook, or Pearl and Marina. So the Squid Sisters give you hero suits from the first game, so the basic hero suit and one of the armor designs, if I'm not mistaken. I actually don't have a Callie and Marie, this is just what I've read online. But Off the Hook give you special outfits based on their appearances in the DLC Octo expansion, so obviously we're not going to show them off quite yet because spoilers. So let's actually see what this looks like. Let's take a photo. So you have a ton of different stages to choose from, all the stages. At launch it was only the plaza, later on they added the ability to take photos anywhere, if I'm not mistaken. So let's start off in the square, so let's see the controls. So you can take a photo with ZR, you can change the camera with left stick, you can change filters with right stick. You can change the poses with the D-pad and directionals. So typically they correspond, like this is both up, this is both right, this is down, this is left. So let's actually go back to the normal filter to make it easier to see. ZL is to change stage, and left and right are to change locations. So we can actually take photos in different spots of the plaza with different poses in some cases. Obviously here, we're taking a picture of them taking a picture, which is really meta. So yeah, kind of a neat feature, but kind of basic. So another thing you can do with Amiibo is you can save gear to them to quickly select a set of gear that you like. But if you save gear to an Amiibo, you can also take a picture with that same equipment layout. So let's choose Cup Dome, because everyone likes Cup Dome. So here, she has the weapon and outfit that I equipped her with. So, ironically, her outfit is very similar to what I had in Splatoon 1 as my regular outfit, and I would always use the gold arrow spray, so for this amiibo I intentionally tried to model it after my appearance in the first game. So yeah, it's kind of cool, you can take different pictures, not a super deep mode, but apparently you can also take pictures with Callie and Marie. And I'm pretty sure exclusive to Off the Hook, Pearl and Marina, you can also take pictures with a Splatfest background as well. You'll be getting into Splatfests more in a future episode. So that's a quick look at Amiibo. Now let's go a little bit forward and talk to our good old friend Krusty Sean. What's crackin'? So, those tickets we've been collecting throughout the single player can be used to unlock these items. They have different effects. These two were added in an update, they weren't originally in the game, if I'm not mistaken, but basically these give you different effects, like increasing your cash output and also your EXP gain. But you also have these drinks that increase the chances of getting a specific ability when you level up that gear. So like always in Splatoon, you can level up gear and get specific attributes. So for example, we have all ink recovery up on this one, which makes it a pretty good piece of gear. But you basically have to level them up. So if you push info, you can see how much you need for the next level. So 7,500 experience. This is the Splatfest tea, minor spoiler I guess. And yeah, basically taking certain drinks increases the odds of getting the ability you want. So if you want a shirt with like all Ink Saver main, you take a drink that has Ink Saver main properties and you have a higher chance of getting it on this piece of gear. So it's pretty cool. Nice way to sort of help your chances of getting a certain ability. Let us go next, kind of counterclockwise through the shops. First up we have the... Wow, this is a long loading time. The clothing store, Chalfonso, how dost thou, cousin? So he has different shirts. One thing that's different is sometimes the characters offer shirts with the same property, or the same shirt but with different properties, so like with a different primary ability. So like this shirt, for example, tried on, but sometimes you can actually get it with a different ability, so like sometimes you'll see it and you can buy it again but not with Special Saver, so you can actually get different equipment. Makes it easier to get an Inkling look that you like without needing to require a specific ability. This is the headgear store. Flo and Craymond, if I'm not mistaken. The little crayfish tends to be very snarky, kind of like Mo from the last game. So like this is an example. My current soccer headband has an ability that is not tenacity, so we could technically buy it to get the ability tenacity. I don't use tenacity, so this is not a good deal. You have Ammonites, which is where we get all of our weapons. One change is you can actually skip his dialogue when a new weapon is introduced. There's an option ZR, I think, to speed up if you don't want to hear a spiel about each weapon. But you can also test weapons too, and I actually forgot to double check if this was in Splatoon 1. I think it is in Splatoon 1, but there is a test range in this game as well. You just test everything out. You can test damage, output, special up, sub-weapons. Not sub-weapons, apparently. Oh, there we go. I think it was just... I was in midair, so I couldn't drop a beacon there. And so on. You can also change weapons on the fly to anything that you want. So now we're using a different weapon. And yeah, you can test out specials. This is the inkjet. And so on and so forth. It's pretty cool to be able to gauge weapon strengths, weaknesses, range, and overall viability for your playstyle. I have so many weapons to buy because they keep adding new weapons every month or two, so there's a lot of weapon variety. There are a lot of variants with different sub-weapons because sub-weapons are tied to weapons, so occasionally it's good to try variants and see if it fits you better. Because sometimes you'll find a variant that works better for your playstyle. Over here we have this little guy, Merch. Hey chum. So he has a lot of options for you. He can scrub gear. Do I have anything I can actually scrub? I mean, I don't really have anything I want to scrub at the moment. So, I guess maybe this is a cheap option. Cheap, relatively speaking. So basically what this does is it gets rid of the gear slots that are the 3 lower row, like the sub-abilities. But the catch is, goes new chum, oh yeah, these ability chunks came out in the wash, so to speak, so here you go, don't lose them. So ability chunks are a new feature. if you basically want a particular ability, for example, if I want to strip it all, special charge up, you can basically use the chunks you get from scrubbing gear to get the ability you want. It goes 10, 20, 30, depending on how many slots of that you have, which seems fair. So like for this, we could technically get one special saver, but if we wanted more than that, we'll have to spend more. So it's like another way to easily get what you want, and there's another farming method too. The Splatfest Tea has a special gimmick where he will scrub it for 2,000 gold rather than the usual 20,000, if I'm not mistaken. So it is actually good to use a drink and the Splatfest Tea and scrub it really cheap and get a lot of abilities that way. Ability chunks. So you can also order things from Inklings in the Plaza. You can also order things from the Splatnet, which is the mobile app. You can also reroll slots and increase slots with Super Sea Snails, as usual. And you can reroll... I can't really demonstrate this. You can get Super Sea Snails for leveling up and also for Splatfests. The Splatfest payouts we will go over at a later time. But for now, that's Merch's features. You can actually find Spike back here, interestingly. So yeah, he's still in town, he's just not the main guy for re-rolling. You can find Off the Hook here. They'll, like Callie and Marie, they will eventually notice you if you stand here long enough. I don't know how long this usually takes. Or, okay, there we go. So yeah, that's cool that that feature returned. And here we have the shoals. So this is an interesting mechanic. This is for local play. Be aware of your surroundings, because again, it is generally for motion control. So you can do private battles, you can find other local games, and you can also play Salmon Run. So we're gonna go into this more later, but Salmon Run typically has a schedule. In local play, Salmon Run can be played whenever you want. So that's neat. You can also, I think, get some rewards from this, but I don't know anyone in my area who plays Splatoon, so I have not actually gotten any of the, like, offline achievements done, or the local achievements done. So I don't know what you even get for completing this, because I have no way to know. I could Google it, I suppose, but I have no way of knowing myself. Over here, we have the one and only minigame, Squid Beats 2. So this is a glorified sound test, but you can actually play a little minigame. So some of these songs are from the DLC, so we're gonna kind of not explore the list in too much detail. So let us try this. If you push select or minus, a little track appears. Push it again, there's more notes. So you can either listen to music or you can play 2 difficulties in a minigame. So let's see. Some of the songs are unlocked in DLC, by the way. Because I don't have all the amiibo, some songs will be grayed out. Or just question marks. So like, for example, you can play this song. And you can play it as a minigame, which is really hard. So the way it works is, this is hard to do while talking, but if it shows pink, that's face buttons or directional. If it shows 2 sets of that at a time, you have to push 2 at a time. Like that was both shoulder buttons. Like that. I'm bad at this, by the way. So, and it's not made any easier by me trying to talk over this. But yeah, this is Squid Beats 2. It's actually really fun. To my knowledge, though, there isn't actually a reward for completing it. It's just a for fun thing. They don't have as many minigames because there's no gamepad to even have minigames on, which is kind of a shame. But it's still technically a fun minigame. And lastly, over here, this is where you pick Splatfest teams if you want to pick a Splatfest team. And over in this corner, you can draw a post. Now you have your two options, using the control stick and buttons. Probably not exactly recommended unless you like Okami on most consoles. Or if you're playing in handheld mode, you can just use the touchscreen. Some people have done really amazing pixel art, and I think to some extent people actually like this better than Miiverse because you can just be super precise with like pixels. You can just be really precise and it takes forever. But yeah, this is where you do Miiverse posts. Did it save it? Oh, it actually saves it now. I think that was added. I don't remember it saving it before. Saying that from experience of losing a drawing. And up there, this isn't normally here, but this is for here for Splatfests, where the main performance is. Anyway, that is a quick-ish look, it was actually the length of a normal episode, at Inkopolis Plaza. So next time, we will actually be heading into the tower, and seeing what the multiplayer is like. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Splatoon 2.